This exhibition is about the 1745 Jacobite Rising and that military campaign to restore the Stuarts who had left England, Great Britain after 1707 during the Glorious Revolution. And it's also about one of the great British artists, William Hogarth, and his response to the Jacobite threat, as he might see it, Jacobites in the names of the supporters of the Stuarts during this period. And it's bringing some of the most famous images from British art, which have this association with the idea of nationhood, about loyalty, and about the Jacobite Rising. So the leader of the 1745 Jacobite Rising to bring the Stuarts back to the throne of Great Britain, Charles Edward Stuart, Bonnie Prince Charlie. And he arrives in the northwest of Scotland. After Edinburgh, he goes to the northwest of England and eventually arrives via Ashbourne in Derby. And Derby, as it turns out, is the furthest south that the majority of the Jacobite army actually managed to reach. The idea was they were going to advance all the way to London. Powers that be in London, including the government, are starting to realise could arrive in London. And so there's a moment where they're establishing troops to defend London, but other troops to advance north to meet the Jacobites after they leave Derby. So Derby is the centre of the moment. So this is very much part, the thing that happens in Derby is very much part of national and international history. So the importance of the exhibition and the objects we're pulling together to show the public when they come and see it is that this was a moment, 1745 to 6, where the divisions within society were starting to be visible, really visible. And so there is a sense of a society in division, in all sorts of issues about the future of Great Britain. Great Britain only existed since 1707, so by 1745, the union between Scotland and England that formed the nation of Great Britain has only existed as long as we had been in the European Union. So if you want to sort of, think about the timescales, that's a shorter period of time as the idea, the concept of Britain had actually existed. And Hogarth is pro-Hanoverian, he's pro the government of the day, he's not really pro-Stuart. What he's trying to do with paintings like Marriage a la Mode, The Shrimp Girl, the March of the Guards to Finchley, which is a directly Jacobite 1745 related subject, he's trying to present to the public an idea of what Britishness might mean. And so he's trying to present a sort of positive idea, not only of the country itself and the future of the country, but also the people in it, Hogarth's Britons. The exhibition is full of gorgeous, wonderful things. Obviously, the March of the Guards to Finchley, Hogarth's great canvas about 45. It's such a gem. It's so wonderful to have it lent by the Foundling Museum, to have it come to Derby. Another thing I think is a real treasure is the portrait by Alan Ramsay of Bonnie Prince Charlie, Charles Edward Stuart, painted in Edinburgh in the October of 1745 and almost certainly came to Derby in 1745. So this could be the first time that painting has actually come back to Derby. So we're bringing Charlie to Derby as well as Hogarth. That's the idea. The current challenge is, we've got all our loans, all these fabulous loans from all over the place. We've got loans from the National Gallery, from Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery, British Museum, Victorian Albert Museum. This is a fabulous show. And it's not just about Britain, the broader thing, it's about Derby. It's about the experiences of the local people during the 45, which I would say is a pivotal moment in British history, and the importance of Derby in that story. At the moment, I have to admit, we're still raising money in order to do the exhibition. The real challenge at the moment, and what we're really sort of focused on at the moment, is raising awareness and continuing to fundraise in order to support this wonderful exhibition at this fabulous museum.